Think about the last time you felt truly frustrated, angry, or stressed. Picture that exact feeling. It hits like a drop of black ink in a glass of clear water, instantly clouding your judgment and hijacking your mood. These surface emotions are rarely standalone events. Instead, they act as indicators, signaling that a specific, unacknowledged fear is likely pulling the strings from the background. In this video, we are going to walk through a strict 3-step process to isolate that exact fear, drag it out of the shadows, and permanently dismantle it. To do this, you have to switch off your autopilot. You cannot breeze through these steps. You have to commit to a level of brutal, uncomfortable self-honesty about your own flaws. Pinpointing the hidden reason behind your daily reactions is the only practical way to stop moving through life like a reactive zombie and finally take control over your own state of mind. Step 1 is to trace the emotion. The next time you feel annoyed or unfairly treated, stop focusing on the person or event that upset you. Instead, ask yourself one specific diagnostic question. What fear is driving this reaction? Every surface-level negative emotion acts as a cover for a foundational, unacknowledged fear. For example, if you get upset by criticism, map that back to the trigger, feeling unappreciated. Follow that down one level and you find the root, a deep-seated fear of being inadequate. A common mistake here is trying to dig up childhood memories. You do not need to figure out if your mother ignoring you when you were 3 years old caused this. That overcomplicates the process and stalls your progress. Your objective is not deep psychoanalysis. You are just isolating the immediate, present-tense fear so you have a concrete target to attack. Once you have your target, move to step 2. This requires shifting away from intellectual analysis and doing the uncomfortable work of authenticating the fear. You have to claim it out loud, no excuses. If your target was inadequacy, you say, "I do feel inadequate. I don't feel like I'm very good at this, and this fear is mine." Review the jobs you didn't take, the relationships you strained, or the arguments you started, and see how this specific fear quietly dictated your trajectory. Recognizing how much this fear has already cost you creates a clear, logical reason to get rid of it. That realization provides the momentum needed for the final step. As long as you stuff a fear out of sight, you keep it forever. Taking full, unflinching ownership is the absolute prerequisite for destroying it. Now you reach a fork in the road. You must choose one of 2 elimination strategies, starting with the gradual route, the intent method. This method happens in real time. When you feel an interaction triggering your fear of inadequacy, you catch it in the moment. You actively tell yourself, "That is my fear again. I am not interested in playing this out. Let it go." This chart shows exactly how that mental refusal works. Over time, that consistent intent changes the probability of the fear returning, causing the intensity of each trigger spike to steadily decrease until it goes completely flat. You must set correct expectations here. This is not a casual exercise. The intent method requires serious, daily commitment and can take up to a year of persistent practice to fully work. While this route is slow, it is highly reliable. By continuously catching and rejecting the reaction, you systematically starve the fear of its emotional fuel. If you don't want to wait a year, there is an alternative, the fast-track route. This approach relies on the only true antidote to fear, which is courage. Instead of pushing the fear away, you lean directly into it. You accept the worst-case scenario completely. You tell yourself, "All right, I am Mr. Inadequate. I am just going to be inadequate in the things I do, and I accept that." Think of your fear as a blackmailer holding a file of your darkest secrets, constantly threatening to expose your flaws to the world. The fastest way to destroy a blackmailer's leverage is to voluntarily broadcast the secret yourself. If you own it completely, the threat vanishes. By fully accepting the label you are terrified of, you pull its teeth. Without the threat of discovery, the fear is rendered totally powerless to dictate your future choices. Review this decision matrix and lock in your execution strategy, either the steady, persistent refusal of Method A or the radical, courageous acceptance of Method B. Your end goal is to live authentically. That means existing completely free from the exhausting, everyday need to hide your flaws or cover up your perceived inadequacies. Here is your immediate homework. Pay close attention to your mood today. When you catch the very next flare-up of anger or stress, pause, trace the emotion to its root, and immediately deploy your chosen method. Your external life is a reflection of your internal choices. By consciously shifting your intent, you change the way you interact with the world.